Alright guys and gals, welcome back to the third build installment of the Hogwarts Castle and Grounds by LEGO Harry Potter. This is set number 76419. Contains 2,660 bricks, retails for $169.99, and the set was provided by the LEGO Group for early review. And yes, you heard the box take a topple because I have to read all that stuff off. And this essentially here is what we did. This is bags 1 through 7. So today we're going to be doing bags 8, 9, 10, and 11 to finish up booklet 1. And it's just your luck. You get to hear the gardeners today as I am working from home. And today is, I believe, the 23rd. I don't even know what it is. The 23rd of August, 2023. That's exactly what it is. The 23rd of August. Okay, so basically bags 5, 6, and 7 kind of worked here a little bit and some on the top. So we're kind of all over the place in this build today. Well, let's begin with bag 8. And yeah, I have some stuff to tell you about here about the Michael Myers house. And I'll tell you one thing, though. That is going to be one challenge that I have to deal with. And I mentioned this in the last installment that I just started on it again. I got the master bathroom vanity done and installed, and I was getting ready to start the guest bathroom vanity. I got the toilets and stuff installed, all that stuff. And I thought, doesn't the guest bathroom have a shower tub combo? It does. And I used my famous paper shower curtain. My paper towel shower curtain. I thought, well, I'm going to use capes. That shouldn't be too hard, right? No. Stud has capes that are bent for figures, but they don't have capes slightly bowed, so I can feed a stick through them. Well, okay, I thought, well, I'll just draw it up in L draw. Now, there's no way to bend capes in there, as far as I can figure out. So guess what I have to do? I'm going to have to draw one up. It's like, oh man, that's going to take a while for me. And I thought, well, I'm going to have to do it anyways. Because I'm starting to slowly migrate over from using the paper towel to capes. That's essentially what I'm trying to do now. Is trying to figure out how I want to do this here. And yeah. So that's pretty much what it is. I just kind of want to check in with you guys and gals who have been following that project. And except for the shower curtain issue, which is probably the only thing that's always a turd, I'm going to use a cape. I already have the cape. Part does exist in white. But the problem now is rafting it up. Okay, it's got one of these little slopes here. Yeah, it's always the first build instruction. I'm spending more time trying to find parts. Oh, wait a minute, it's one of these. So, yeah, that's where I'm stuck at on the Michael Myers house. So if you've been wanting to build that set, or build that with the building guide, yeah, 1 and 3 are done. 2, at least I'm up to a point where I can manage it. And roads in my area are still closed. Well, there's one little road you can take. It's like 3 hours to get to where I need to go versus 40 minutes. So I thought, no. I thought, I'm not going to mess with it. So I'm here today. Yeah, that's how it is. So, for my build experience so far with this set has been pleasant. It's been a very relaxing build. And haven't ran across any major issues with this set. That's good. And I'm hoping today is to I'm hoping to get this set wrapped up by the end of this weekend. I haven't even started editing the other build yet. I swear I do more reviews. I'm going to probably put a picture of me doing tutorials versus set reviews and just have a frowny face. The set reviews to me are just kind of getting to be so tiresome. You know. I'd rather be messing with Blender than doing a set review. Unfortunately, I got it here and I have to do it. So, but for the most part though, for those who've been following me in all these projects, how much am I going to charge for the Michael Myers house? Probably under $15. Haven't made up my mind yet. Haven't figured it out. What am I going to charge for it? It'd be under 15. Depends on how more complicated it is. But I looked at it though, and I thought the only thing that's really going to be tough is doing doors and windows. Because doors and windows, I got to do an outset on those and all that stuff. But the vanities and stuff are pretty easy. I have about 20 little building guides that are associated with just that build alone. So, you know, it's a little bit of a work there. But I think you guys and gals who were interested in purchasing that building guide are going to like it. I'm hoping you do. It's a lot of work. And I'm just hoping to make the build as pleasant as possible in terms of it's easy to follow and stuff like that. If I can mentally put it together in my mind without having to struggle and go, okay, what did I do here? I'm lost. I don't know. Yeah, that's how I'm doing it. The toilets, I'm not sure. I may redraft those up because I don't like the way I did them. Trying to think of ways to put the potties in the bathrooms so it would just be like a unit. So I think I may have a solution for it. I'll have to redraft up the first floor's bathroom, but I mean, that's the price to pay. But I'm trying to make these easy to follow for you, the viewer, to just be able to build it real quick. Without have to guess on what I'm doing. Okay, well now we know we're definitely going that way. When am I going to have that building guide done? I don't know. That's the question. This stuff is in my way right now. So I have to get this done first before I can get to the... Well, I wouldn't consider that as a chore, but it's a challenge right now more than anything. So right now I'm going to let my brain cool down. I've already looked at too many database projects today to for a lifetime, and I'm kind of want to just put something together that involves touching a product here, not trying to do something that's strenuous. Trying to figure out ways to get these things done faster. And you're going to probably hear the video chopping out because I've been clearing my throat a lot. I mean, I swear it's just allergies today. But anyways, though, a lot of Lego projects going on. And houses are not easy to do in terms of doors and windows. I already have a solution for those. And it's just the capes. Anytime I do a new project, there's always something that I have to do. There's something I have to learn how to do. Anybody who's ever used LD Draw, it's a learning curve. You know, if you've used it before, some people are used to the software. There's little to no help with it at all. I found some help videos on YouTube, but a lot of the help videos, they're either not really related to the topic that I'm interested in, so you just have to kind of decipher or I found one guy who had a tutorial what I needed, but he wasn't talking in the video. There was no music, it was just pure silence. I first thought my sound had dropped out on my computer. Go figure there. Really. And then on top of that, my computer monitor's starting to go bad. So I'm having a heck of a day today. I'll have to go and grab one from my stash. So you can tell I'm having a very fun Wednesday. Over the hump day. Well, my over the hump day was yesterday when I got done with my workload. So it's not over the hump now for me. It's like I'm trying to wrap stuff up. There's some days when I'll work straight through a whole day without a lunch break, and then I'll just blast right through work. It only takes me like 6 hours to get things done because I cut out the breaks and the lunches and stuff. And some days I just kind of would like, I want to get done with things and stuff like that, and I'll just work a little extra hours. In terms hours, what I mean by that, it's just getting some projects done. All right, but hopefully the next time I do one of these, I'll be able to tell you. You know, okay, this is where I'm stuck at. We can get the Michael Myers house done. Can't wait to share the build with everybody. That means that I can build this house for Halloween if I choose. Decorate it up. Because I have all the parts here, and I can do that. You know, that's the beauty about having building guides, is you can do that on your own. You know, but first I got to decipher what I did. Hold on. Where's that supposed to go? Oh, it goes right here? Okay. All right. Just like doing this, I'm kind of deciphering. But it's going to be a chore to get that Michael Myers house done. But I thought, I was building it the other day, and I thought, man, I could literally knock this out this weekend. Well, until I saw the shower curtain problem, but I thought, I literally could get this project done if I didn't have to do review editing. And I'm going to have to start declining a lot more offers because I really want to get into my own builds and just want to build stuff that makes me happy and not where I'm just kind of like, oh, I got a deadline, you know. There's stuff that I want to build and there's stuff that I have to do it. You know, like if I accept an offer, I have to do it. No ands, ifs, or buts. I think it goes like that. Yeah, it looks like it does. So that's that. That's where we're with that. And but why are my guides so expensive? It's just a lot of work drafting them up. I had somebody, oh, you're just in it for the money, as you're charging $1 for a vehicle. No, if I was in it for the money, I'd be charging $10 for that vehicle. I have some of my vehicles up on, well, I have one vehicle up on Stud. And, oh, why are you doing this? I can watch it free on YouTube. And I'm like, yeah, you could. I don't offer support. Huh, hold on. Shows it right next to this here. I'm like, I don't offer support for that type of stuff. I don't know, it just doesn't look right. Huh. Let me back up here. It shows this right next to that. I'm next to it, but it's hanging over. This is supposed to be right there. But this is not. Oh, this is not even on a plate here. Let me back up here. I'm kind of lost. And yeah, there's a 1x2 plate there I forgot to put in. There's two of them that I forgot to put in. But honestly, I'm going to be blunt with you. I'm kind of tired of working on reviews. You know, I'm trying to preserve my own ideas. There we go. Now it matches. I'm trying to preserve my own ideas, and I'm too busy recreating someone else's. But now I know where I'm stuck at on the Myers house. And once I get this installment done, I'm going to go back in. I got to do some work-related stuff first. And I will probably see what I can do about that. I think that's where that goes. Yep, you're going to have to put up with the leaf blowers again. Out of all the stuff that happened out here, I mean, the worst thing that happened in my area was the leaves blowing all over the place. Especially if you get that one cranky person that says your leaves are blowing in their yard, and I'm like, I'm sorry, what do you want me to do about it? And there's a path here. Yeah. But anyways, though, at least I've gotten something done today. You know, at least it's, we're getting there. So that's where I'm at with the Myers house. I think what gets confusing is hearing that crap for one thing, and two, yep, just you guys back east who always have the storms, I'm sure you get tired of hearing chainsaws out here. We can have a big giant tropical storm here and I hear leaf blowers the next day. This guy's local though, so he doesn't have to cross the mud-caked roads, which are not passable right now. We have two slopes. Okay, I see the other slope. Alright, we got a little excerpt here. Through the four founders were a longtime friend. Salazar Slytherin had a deep mistrust in Ruggles, of Muggles, which eventually led him to abandon the school and his three partners in magic. You're seriously blasting my window screens down? I can get out there and clean them. Yep, we got a rainbow colored part here. Dude, you ain't gonna get that window any cleaner than it is. I have to go out there and clean it with some soap and water. I'll do that when I get some free time, which is never. Alrighty. And it looks like that's done there. Well, there's a 1x1 plate I almost forgot. Well, first I gotta find it. I had somebody ask me, does it ever get tired hearing leaf blowers and lawnmowers every day out here? Yes. Well, we even have some guys that will mow their yards at 2 in the morning because it's so hot, or early in the morning sometimes, right before the sun really comes up. I don't blame them, but like, I had a neighbor that did that years ago, and I'm like, dude, I'm trying to sleep. Oh, but I'm trying to beat the heat. I'm like, yeah, but you're waking up half the neighborhood because you need to get your yard done in a hurry. Like, yeah, I sound like that old cranky neighbor, but it's like, all right, this goes back here. Well, anyways, though, this short one goes in here. Start with that one first and stick this one here next. There's a lot of rock facing here. So just, we're going to have to do this very slow, and I don't care if somebody says I built slow on this one today. We're going to just take our time. And there's just a lot of parts in here that need to be placed. Probably will forget some. It's all little stuff. Like right here, I'm focused on this one area. I like the terrain building though. It's fun, it's relaxing, but yeah, it can be pretty tiresome here. That goes there, and this goes here. Well, that's if it wants to go in. All right. Yeah, but as far as for that house is concerned, once I get past the stupid shower curtain, which is usually what I'm always hung up on, it'll go quick. I'm at 2 rows of bricks. Once I get the vanity put in, I got the little banister and the railing put in there. So at least I got that figured out. And it's all about now, you know, how fast can I get this thing whipped out, but I don't want to just rush through it and give you guys some crap. But as far as for the toilets, I think I'm gonna, they're affixed to a 1x2 plate on the floor. So what I'll have to do is take the plate out, I guess, on the floor and just have you stick it in as a unit. It'd be easier that way. I've been kind of thinking about that way would be a little easier in terms of, the other way it's hard to see what I'm doing. You don't know what stud I'm putting things on, and if I'm questioning my own work, then that's not good. This goes here. But I'm hoping to smash this project out here. This one here, I'm hoping to get it done by this weekend, so I can proceed on working on that. I still got a couple of mocks and tutorials left to get done for the year, and once I get those done, it won't be too bad. There we go. Well, that wasn't too bad here. Wow, I got an angular plate in here. Just sits right there. I don't know what's going to go onto that, but old Michael Myers' house. Now I know why I wasn't finishing it up on time. That's like, now I know. We'll just have little trinkets left, little pieces. I bet you anything we are done with that. It's just studs and stuff, and that's exactly what we did here. Nothing to read, but that's what we have left for bag 8. Alrighty. Bag 9 looks just as colorful, huh? It's got a little bit more gray than I want to see, but I think we're going to be finishing up the platform on this here. We just got a tad bit of the castle started. Yeah, I got to unbag all this stuff. I'm checking on work stuff as I'm building this too, so probably about 40 minutes have elapsed here. Okay. And then now we're focused our attention to this little corner here. So by this bag, we might have this whole corner here done. Honestly, under here it looks like a mess, doesn't it? It doesn't look too pretty. No, I didn't press that in all the way because I wasn't sure. And I'm glad now I didn't. Now we can press it in. I remember back when I was a kid playing video games, and all we had were side scrollers and where you can look down on the top view. And I always kind of wondered, what does that look like in 3D? I'd love to shrink down and kind of just go through one of these type of video game levels and see what it's like first person wise. Now you could do that today, but like this, what you're looking at is just an angle. Remember like the old-fashioned Sims games, and some of the games were like this, or like an isometric view, and that's pretty much how you had to view it. And oh man, that does not want to go in there. Yeah, you're gonna have to lift this up somehow and slide that in. For the most part, it's strong. It's just, I don't know, I'm missing one plate there. Okay, don't forget this. Where does that go there? Well, let's put the big one in first. And yes, sometimes I'll have to rotate it for my angle first. Well, you can see I can't get it in there. Why? Because the plates are all different thicknesses and stuff. And this piece goes right back in there. And a lot of this stuff, I can forget real easily here. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is redo some of that Michael Myers instructions. And just kind of clean it up a bit. The goal is to make it easy for me to figure out how to put it together later on. So I get done with this, I'm probably going to fix that toilet issue up in the second floor. May do it in the first floor too. And then just kind of get it going there and just start getting things completed on that. I'd like to get that project done before Halloween. Probably, I'd like to get it done by the middle of September. And just start getting it out of here. Because I want to do a bunch of other new builds, and that one's been kind of on my bucket list of completion stuff for a while. And we got this right here right now. Alright. An 8 and a 6. Well, we're getting there. At least we got the sides on here, huh? Just got one little spot here missing, and that's probably in bag 10. Yeah, this thing's kind of springy. It's not really designed for that. I gotta make a better one. I got one of those big giant, it's a 24-inch turntable base. It would work on this. Or I can handle it, put a really good 3/4 inch piece of plywood under, you know, on the top of it. It'd be really sturdy. It's got ball bearings. This one here, just kind of just your El Cheapo turntable. It works for what I need it for, but I'd like to upgrade it eventually. Yeah. And of course, we're not done with that yet. I'm just checking my work. We got to come back around here now and let's stick this in there first. Well, I do need that there. I got one of those comments the other day about why am I not really popular, and you know, my response is, if I was popular, I wouldn't be able to read your comment. It'd have been swallowed up by now. I'm behind, but I'm still be able to read them. You know. Yeah, I mean, you should get millions of views. If I had millions of views, you're talking comments. I wouldn't be able to read your comment if I had that. Remember, I don't spam my YouTube channel. I don't flood it. I don't do any of that stuff. I just don't see the need for it. And this is just for fun. If I want to make this a full-blown career, I wouldn't read anybody's comments. Yeah. Oh, okay, I see your point. I'm like, yeah, this is just for fun. I was like, dude, this is just for fun. I mean, I think I'm really going to have to make that video after all. I'm just kind of like, do I really need to do that? I really don't want to waste time. I mean, I got things I want to do, and I don't really want to waste my time making videos on how this is not a career. But I did do a Google or a YouTube search, and I couldn't believe all the YouTube videos that are making this seem like this is everybody's career. Wait. I messed up. Caught it. I saw, well, that shit all came apart. I'm supposed to put this plate under here first and then this. I caught it just in, not just in time. I had to pull all that out, but yeah. This ambassador thing is not meant for people like me who have lives and stuff. Basically, it's Lego's thing of advertising. We'll just use everybody for free advertising. Okay, I'll just use the parts that you're providing me for customs. That's what I'm doing. Alrighty. Thought it was this, but no. I had a hard time finding that one, so it may be. Ugh, I only had about 4 hours of sleep last night. I didn't sleep at all. It was just so hot. And I'm just like, eh. One more day and then I have to mess with it. And then we have one of these. And looks like this goes here. It just, the top part looks good. It just looks like we're just throwing a bunch of junk parts in the middle. I mean, that's what I do, but it just feels like I'm throwing in random junk in here. At least we know what's underneath the Hogwarts Castle now, huh? It's a bunch of rainbow-colored bricks. That's what it is. Now I know what's under there. Okay. And this piece goes here. Yeah, you just have to pay attention to all the parts placements in here. I don't know why we're using these for smoothing off the inside. I mean, oh, we're gonna have to stack plates on top of one another here. And I saw that manual eat that up. Alright. We got two different colors. So this one goes right on here. Just be sure to hold underneath your inverted slopes. And then this one here goes back in here. Probably one corner of this you'll probably see. That's why they do that. And we have a yellow stud. Goes right here on top. Okay. You know what? I guess if Lego can do this here with the double arrows, I guess I can do that to mine. I had a banister I had to, or the knoll post that I had to do in the Michael Myers house. I guess I could do it here. Yeah, I'm gonna redo those toilets when I'm done. Get some free time. We forgot something here. Oh, wait a minute. There's actually a plate in here. I gotta find it. And this goes right here. Yeah, this is kind of messy. Not as messy as the stuff I'm working on right now, but they show here, we got the plate here. Okay, there's a slope that goes this way. That's why sometimes I wish I could thumb the manual and see what it is, but and this goes here. And then we got that plate there. Oh, I see the inverted slope. Well, it goes here. I might be forgetting something, but it looks like the book. You don't know sometimes with these builds, you just don't know. This is some kind of a path. You're just using these as your paths. You just have to pretend that this is a path. I think there was a lady years ago that built a whole entire minifigure scaled Hogwarts Castle. It was real impressive. I was like, man, I would love to do a tour on that. I don't know, let me look here real quick. We have this here. Here's a slope. What's this for here, huh? This is wrong. This is supposed to go this way. Oh, don't tell me I'm going to have to rip all that apart. Let me get a brick separator here. This right here, yeah, shows that this, I don't have to take all that out, I guess. What does this even connect to? All right, let me leave that loose there for a second. Or this could be wrong. That's correct. It shows it even here with this, but that would be a 1 by 2. But you can't go any further there. Unless that's wrong. But that's right. Let me go back up here. I mean, it's better to check it now than to totally make a mistake. Okay, there is a 1 by 2 in there, not a 1 by 3. Okay, we got off easy on that one there. All right, we'll just patch that back up there. And I was looking at that thinking, wow, that's just kind of, that just doesn't make any sense, but now we know why. Just have to take our time. It's not the manual, it's just, these are pretty advanced builds. I think the set is for 18 years of age and up. Yes, it is. It's that advanced where you have to plan ahead. We got the green slope. Okay, we got this part here done up to this point. We got the path that connects to nowhere. All right. Well, got the water pretty much connected to here. And now we are adding, okay, where's that corner piece that I kept running across here? Lots of little medium to small parts. All right. Wait, hold on. That goes right there. All right. Yeah, deciphering what somebody's trying to tell me here in the book. All right. And then we have this here. I mean, at least with the designer, we mentioned this, though. At least he's got some random colors in here. It's not just bland and boring. And Helga Hufflepuff was famous for her courtly charm and spells, and many of her delicious recipes are still served at school feast. I don't know what that is. Yeah, sure a Harry Potter buff knows, but I don't know. All right. This piece goes. Oh, we're working way in here. This piece goes right here. And I think this one goes right here. Yeah, so we use that. We're barely seeing this. So imagine having that red peeking through. That's why they use those great plates there after all. Okay. Alrighty, we're getting there. And then rotate that back around. Yeah, this turntable's a tool, guys and gals. If I were you, I'd try to find one. I don't think this one even has a brand name on it. You just have to find it. Find it somewhere. Find it. I don't know where it came from. I can't remember now. When I picked it up. Or it could have been a housewarming gift. I don't know. We got the 4 and the 3. Yeah, okay, we're done with that. And we're getting close here. Now, each bag for me takes about 20 to 30 minutes to complete. That's the name of the game. But I'm no race to get this done here. Just hoping I don't make any mistakes so I can get on with my own personal stuff. Okay. Alright, we now know where the big plate goes. It goes up here. Now, I don't feel comfortable with pressing that in there, so I'm going to stick my hand under here, hold under these two plates, and I'm just going to slowly get that work down in there. See, it's starting to come up a bit. There we go. And then just sure it's even. Alright, well, at least we got something up there, huh? I bet we're going to see just a corner of that. Now, they would have probably put a nice bright purple in there. We have this here. Hold on, I think I boo-booed. This is not supposed to be. You're supposed to go here. Alright, and then this corner plate's there. Looks like we have a 1x2 brick in here. And one of these plates with bow right here. And we gotta put a stud in there. Maybe it's for like a little bush or something. Gotta have the foliage on the hill. All right. And let's see here. This goes, I think, right there. That doesn't make sense. Here's the round part. Maybe, where does that go now? All right, let's start here. They have this piece right here, like that. All right. But that doesn't go there unless it goes here. But did we make a mistake earlier? Let's put the stud in here. This doesn't fit here. You know why? Because this needs to be brought out here. This is all pushed back in. Oh, I hope I don't have to take all that crap out of there. This is supposed to be like this. Okay, this slope is fine. There's just so many small parts in here. I'm starting to kind of just say, I don't really care anymore. All right, this is supposed to be like this. And this and this are here. At least with these type of sets, they teach you about troubleshooting, but I really don't want to do troubleshooting today. And I think this is supposed to go here, and this is supposed to go over here. I'm going to have to rip all this out here just to get this piece out of here. There's supposed to be a hole in between here. I never did that. And I got shit just falling all around me here. All right, let's see if we can wiggle this out here without tearing stuff up too much. And then just push that back down in there. Yeah, so this is... It's not that the instructions are... Yeah, the instructions I'm going to say at one angle... I'm going to be honest, I would download a digital copy if you're getting this set and use it as a thing to accompany you with the build. Because see, now I've got it to the point now where I got it fixed. Now it looks like the picture. So you're going to need that manual as a companion for this, no doubt about it, you will. So honestly, if you plan on getting this set, this is what you'll be looking forward to. So get the digital guide, read it, understand it, and have it as a backup so you can rotate things around. Because now we are plugging away here. And then we have just this one remaining here. Got some greenery here, and that's it for bag 9. And yeah, that wasn't too fun, but we survived this whole entire corner here. Alright, well, let's start with 10. Doesn't look too scary. Looks like 10 may finish up the platform. At least it's not big and nasty and grotesque like that big bank thing. Sets like that, though, like that bank, that's more of a mock. It's like me trying to sell that McDonald's build. I mean, it's big. It just... Some people are interested in purchasing the building guide for those things. Like the Michael Myers house. It's a bit different. But it's still a big project. I don't even know what the part count is in its steel. Okay, so now let's get going on this. Like we got some transparent tiles, so it looks like we're going to be putting water in here, huh? Well, at least it's something different, huh? Alright, let's start populating all this in here. Yeah, this is like all mosaic in here and stuff like that. Like, you just have to do that. Remember I was saying I wanted to use some of these tiles in this for another build. Well, in order to use them, I have to get this done and review it and fill out my paperwork. So right now. But these sets, I don't really consider them as mine until I do so anyway. So this is kind of like a loaner until I do that. It goes right there. Press that down in there. And sometimes we're using 4s and sometimes we're not. Okay, before I do something stupid, almost did, this is supposed to go in there now. Okay, And looks like we're about, okay, we got our 2, put our 3 in there, we put our 4x4 and a bunch of small stuff. Okay, I gotta get comfortable here. I think now we can safely say we're finished with the base of it. That part there. We got the first layer finally done. Yeah. So let's see if we can get this out of here, because I gotta get 2 more pieces of work-related stuff done, and then I can get back onto the Myers home. I think the reason why you save in the 1x4s is to cover that seam there to make this a little bit more robust. And looks like that's it. All right. And now we have to finish it up over here. Let's do this stuff here first. And then I promise we're going to finish at least this base part up before this installment ends here. Yeah. There we go. And then now we got to fill in the remainder here with a bunch of tiles and plates. Already got a 1x, I think that might be a 1x1 in there. That's a 1x2. This goes here. Looks like a 1x1 here. You got to start somewhere, so let's just start there. Yeah, there's a seam there. It's like, okay, I guess we're using some of these big ones here. There's a lot of parts in this set. I mean, just lots of stuff. A lot of things that you could screw up on real quick, so you just take it very slow. I've seen some people where they tell me they race through a set like a speed build, and you can sure tell they speed build through it. That thing, quality versus quantity, you've ever heard of that? Yeah, most people have, and you can tell. I want it to match exactly like the picture. And that right there is, I'm making sure they show a 1x1. I don't remember putting it in there. Oh yeah, it was right there. So far it's looking pretty good. We got some water in there, but we don't have this yet. Well, that's for later. Well, that's in bag 11, so spoiler alert. And we will be doing that longly, because I don't know how long it's going to take here. Longly, Jay? Yes, we're going to be doing it. We're going to be doing it longly. It's the same thing as shortly, but it's long. Okay. There's, okay, that's there, there, and there. All right. I mean, we're about 85, probably 90% done with this manual. All right, let's start with this first. I think that goes there. Yeah, it does. What makes it so painful here, and it's just for me anyways, it's just, there's just a lot of lots of small plates. There's rarely any big bricks except for the frame. If you've ever put together those little Minecraft micro builds, that's exactly what this is. Micro builds are just as tough as a large mock. I've done some micro builds, and they're just as tough as building something large, because you're not only that you're doing things smaller scale, but the smaller it is, the more blockier it is. So you got to break that up too. That's what makes it really a challenge, is to break up the blockiness and not make it so blocky looking. And then this goes here. We've got a couple of jagged rocks here. I can't get it on the display. All right. Yeah, it's a lot of jaggedness there. I don't know what they were doing here. It's all about the details. Now, if this was minifigure scaled, obviously, yeah. If this is 1-to-1 human scale, there'd be so much, like this right here would be like a little pebble. And okay, we got to put another one right here. I would have totally had forgotten that one. And then this goes here. There we go. Now we're getting something. Yeah, it's got a nice little, it's got that beach feel to it, huh? It's just, it's getting there. Bright yellow in there. Okay, I was going to say, I just did not feel like it was going to go in. And then this goes back here. We're not even done with this, but look, that just looks really good. It's just, this over here doesn't look too bad. This over here looks like crap, but I think because we're not done yet. The legacy of Godric. Okay, the legacy of Godric Gryffindor lives on the scouting hat, a solution to how students will be fairly sorted into their houses. Sorted. Oh, sorted is in segregation. Not like sorting Lego bricks. We're sorting people into homes. That's not fun. All right, that goes there. And then 2x4 here. And we put the slope on there, we put that in there, that and that. Okay. All right. Ooh, excuse me, man, I am tired today. And I still got to stare at a computer for a while, so yeah. Okay, we got this one here. We have a slope. Right there. And we have two slopes. We put that there. Okay, that's done. That's done. Don't have to see that now. We've got some sand up here. Looks like sand right there. No, right there. And we got some of this nasty green color here. Baby poop green, there we go. You know how the kids always eat the babies always eat squashed peas? Yuck, huh? Yeah. Try cleaning that stuff up. If you've been a parent or ever had to take care of kids, you know exactly what I mean. And smell is nothing to brag about either, huh? Like we just got like a sand path here. It might connect up to this somehow. We don't know yet. We don't know yet. Yeah, the other night I was helping my nephew with this homework, and he was telling me that he just wants to get out of this. It's Algebra 2, and it's like, I don't know, maybe you might want to stick it out in there. And you know, some people are just not meant to be math guys. I'm a math guy. I'm a computer programmer. I'm not into literature or reading or anything like that. History, English classes like that, government classes. Economics. Economics was okay, but anything that involved a lot of reading I just didn't like. What made it worse is college. Especially when you got called and you had to read something out loud in front of the class. I'm like, I stutter. I have a hard time doing it. That killed it. Alright, I think we're done there. It's like hearing a lot of these guys, oh, don't you like reading for pleasure? I'm like, no, I did enough of that in college. Why would I want to do it for pleasure? You know? Oh, it's fun. I'm like, maybe for you, but for me, I just can't get into reading. We got the slope here. We put this one here. It's asking me for another one of these. It shows it right. Oh, right here. This goes here. And we're continuing on that path a bit more right here. So that's what they're using these little lattice things for, just like little makeshift slopes. So just pretend that those are solid, I guess. Okay. And we're not done yet. We still got to fill all that in there, huh? That's a lot of stuff to fill in. I think that's how that's supposed to go in there. Okay. Yeah, just imagine if I were doing these outside. Like, for example, one of the things I would like to do is build me a cabin or something. Because I like to be outdoors more than inside. It just has to be a one-room cabin. As long as it's got electricity and fiber optic internet, we don't care. As long as I can plug in on the deck. Just imagine me doing this outside and you hear birds, nature, all that stuff. Instead of it just, you hear, the only thing you hear is the CPU fan. That'd probably be so nice. Okay. And this one goes right here. Okay, there's a slope that goes here. Let's put this in here first. Kind of wish I was small enough to go in here and explore this, but well, sadly I'm not. Yeah, I'm too big to get into this model. Definitely too big. Oh man, a sub-step? Wow, on a separate page? I don't think I have any in this color here. We got to do the same thing on the back side. And then we come in here. I like these pieces. I wish they weren't round in the back, but they're cool. And you stick that at the bottom. Oh, there's another one you got to make for the other side. Like that. Well, that's coming apart real easily. Like that. I guess it's supposed to be a house. with the chimney. I like these little roof slopes here. If you're talking about 1x1 roof slopes, the ridge pieces, there you go. That does come with some here. And a micro build of a farmhouse. Like a little barn. I don't think it goes in the water, so we'll just set it there and let it sink. And then that fits right there. Okay. Making sure. That's it. And alrighty. Every year on the 1st of September, enchanted boats carry new first-year students from where they have leave the Hogwarts Express Hogwarts Station across the Black Lake, where they arrive at Hogwarts Boathouse. That's the Boathouse. Alright, well, I can obviously tell now. I thought it was a house, but it's close. And that's what we have remaining for bag 10. And finally we have bag 11. As you can see, it's blue. It's just, so it looks like we're putting together water and foliage at this point. Okay, so now it's going to get pretty fun in terms of we're going to finish off. It's a lot of small pieces. So we're going to have a lot of fun here and put this together, and that'll be the end of this installment. Alright. Now we're going to be focusing our attention here. This thing's starting to get pretty big, so that's where we'll be focusing, right there in that little corner. I don't have a lot of these dark blue ones, but now I do, huh? I'm just doing this to make it look like it's deeper water. But for the most part, though, it's a challenging build. You just got to pay attention to the manual very carefully, but it's not too bad. Start pulling that out. So I think we're using these long ones here to cover these seams in the thing. Okay. And it looks like we're just putting all the water in now, huh? Almost every page is water and stuff, so I think they're using this like as waves. I think there's supposed to be something that attaches there, but we're not worried about that right now. Ooh. Oh, I ripped my manuals. I thought I ripped it. Something I like about using the tablet version is it's smaller. You can fit it on a table, where this is just big. At least it's not some big build that we're trying to fight. I'm trying to pull out all the big tiles here. As I keep tripping over them here. Okay. I think you can probably tell on your end of the different shades of blue. Okay, this one just uses two. There's a joint there, so they're using the big tiles to kind of aiding into locking the joint a bit more. Yeah, it looks like we'll be doing a lot of tiling here in this last bag here. This is probably water and foliage. And I think I'm gonna need another one of those. Now they're getting pretty scarce. I was running across these a lot. Now they're getting pretty rare. Anybody ever remember the live shows I used to do on the mosaic builds? This kind of brings back those memories. Almost everybody's mosaic I've ever made kind of took a dump on me, so I stopped making those. Mosaic portraits were always fun to do. And you just need to fill the rest of this in here with 1x1s. That's it. It's just fill it in, fill that whole area, and it's just subway tile type deal. So these things are hard to pick up off the tile, off the counter, and there goes that chimney. One more flake like that, and I have to start dinging off a point. I don't expect Lego to be durable, but I don't want to be whacking parts off and spending half the day trying to decipher and figure out where they go. All right, we have a problem here. Okay, there are two of them that are, 2 rows that are the same there. Okay. But for $170, this set does come with a lot of parts for 2,660 bricks. But ooh, but these are all small pieces. They're not like, you're not getting a whole bunch of 2x4 bricks or, you know, building bricks. These are more like accessory plates and stuff like that than anything else. See, parts like this would be good for like stuff that I build, like terrains and stuff. So this set here will be a nice parts candidate for that. But I'll probably put it on display for a while, right? Part it out and use it for other builds, other displays and stuff like that. Yep, we're getting there. If we get this all tiled in, I think we're done with 2 layers of this thing finally. Yeah, I got a couple more left. Uh-oh, no, I was gonna say we're short one, but no, there it is. Tiles are always kind of cool to run your hands across, especially in Lego form. Now you can see the depth of the water here. Putting it on black, though, just doesn't serve it justice. Okay, and now, after we're done with that, and it shows that we're done here. Recreational activities in and around Black Lake are usually discouraged unless you're on good terms with the Gringelows. This model, however, should be safe for witches, wizards, and muggles alike. Alright, well, it should be safe. Safe? I don't know, my hands are getting a workout. Alright, now we're going to continue back up here on the top. At least with this set, I'm not putting stickers all over everything. Start in this corner here. These type of sets, though, guys and gals, are good inspiration for all sorts of stuff here. So, I mean, I'm not into micro-scale builds at all. But like I had mentioned, you could use what their idea here, and you can build a lighthouse on it. Matter of fact, all I got to do is come in and continue around this backside a bit. And there you go. And just make it more minifigure scale. Put a building on here. And this one goes here. All right, well, we're sure pressing down on that pretty firm. Let me do the old hand treatment under here. There we go. Now I know it's going in good. And I think there's a 1x2 plate that goes in that hole. Not a whole lot of parts left. And that goes right here. Let me do that same thing again. You know, the one bad thing about this set, though, it's got a lot of these vomit colors. So, it's silly. I mean, why can't we use dark greens instead? Make the castle look so lush and cool, not just dark and dingy. Uh-oh, wait, I messed up. How do I get that out of there? Do I have a brick? Do I have something I can rip apart that I want to keep? No, I will be right back. I need a 1x3. How do I get stuff out like that? I would have to rip it out. Take a brick of equal size, set it on top, and usually they'll come off just like that. So that's how you correct a boo-boo. So I had to get one out of my collection to pull that out of there. All right, so I'll put that over there. And then now we'll put that back in there. And we'll stick the nose cone in there. I saw that nose cone a million times. I thought, well, I need to stick that in there, never did. Well, now I'm doing it. That's how you get that out. Okay, it looks like we're done with that. Wait a minute. Okay, I was looking at that thinking, what am I doing here? Okay. Yeah, these micro builds can be a bit of a chore. Just figure out where you're at here. And then a couple 1x2s. Well, there's a 1x2 here. Still got this hole there. I don't know what that's for. Maybe it's to throw the kids' homework down the hole and say, "Teacher, the hole ate my homework." Probably what that's for. And well, hold on. This plate's sitting here. That's there. I gotta pull another one of these out. I'm glad now I saved it. Right. That's what I'm saying. I've had to learn a lot of new tricks over the years and how to crack things like that. And then I think because I'm getting a little hungry and I want to get this done here quickly so I can get something to eat. These are not really my favorite colors, so. Okay. We're back up here. Right here at this path. Right. They put a slope in here first. Let's start right here. Find a place that you got to start. That makes sense. And then we'll just have to come in here and put some nice lawn in here. It looks like it needs to be watered. Kind of looks like a, what is it? A savanna biome in Minecraft. Probably what it is. Got to make Hogwarts look intimidating. But they show, oh, that's this right here. Okay, it's like they show something. There's a curved tile here. I must have forgot to put this piece in right here. There's a curved tile. All right, I have the spares in here. See, sometimes you'll find out you'll just miss a piece, and you just have to correct it as you go. Or it could have been the last step, too. But I didn't see any in there. Yeah, I never just put it in there. Okay, well, we did now. And 2x4 plate goes there. That's essentially what it is. All right. Doing 3 bags is easy. Doing 4, it kind of can get to you. But remember, I got an offset I got to fix. So, because I don't want to stop and then split manuals, because it gets kind of confusing. So I really just do it like this. Ooh, where did that roll off to? Is that where that's supposed to go? Yeah, I guess it is. There's a little bit of a gap here, like a discrepancy, but I guess that's okay. Okay, looks like that's taken care of. Oh, we're getting there. We're almost done. Look at that. We're almost at the end of the book. We still got a lot of plates on the workbench still. All right. I think that goes there. I think. Sometimes even I have to question myself here. So we're just putting a bunch of hedges in here at this point. There's a piece that goes here, and there's one that goes over this corner here like this, right over this path. But what about that right there? Do we fill that in with something, or is that later on? Okay. Trying to line up all these little 1x1s can be a bit of a hassle. And then that's about it for that. All right, then we're back here again. I think that goes there, I think. And this goes right next to that guy. Okay. Gotta get that in there. And then there's a bunch back here. Dark tan goes right next to this turntable thing. Maybe that's the telescope. The professors are spying on the students, make sure they're doing their homework. Make sure they're not playing Harry Potter on the PlayStation. Okay. And we just got a bunch of little pieces left. We're still going full blast, and yet I hadn't even finished the bar up. All right, so this piece here goes, okay, we're working on the path here now. Let me turn to where I can make sense out of it. And then it goes here with the slope here. All right. I'm going to say that this bag here, or this building guide, just does the castle grounds. Pretty much what it does. This does the castle grounds. We don't have the castle, but we have the castle grounds. That's grounds for my assumption there. And I think that's it, because this is the only piece I have remaining. And then that's it. And it's telling us we got to move to the next build, which we're not going to do now. But as you can tell, and that's what we have remaining for bag 11. This is not, and I repeat, not an easy build in terms of you have to really pay attention. It's not a bad build. It's just you got to focus on it and stuff like that. And let's see if I can get this centered up here. As you can tell, we got one hole here at the top. So I don't think we're quite done with the terrain yet. But this is bags 1 through 11. This is what Manual 1 builds you. Quick summation of thoughts. This is not a bad build. It's keeping my interest. It's colorful up until you get up to this point, till you get to the final stage here, and it's not really colorful, but there's a lot of colors underneath. It doesn't seem too sturdy in terms of picking it up. So you pick it up, you may want to pick it up like on the sides like this. I wouldn't pick it up from the corners like that. That corner might be okay. So I'd say it's pretty sturdy so far. It looks like it's self-contained. What does the bottom look like now? Let's see here. Yeah, there's 2 big holes on the bottom. So it looks like something that I would build as a prototype on the bottom, but no one sees it anyways. So honestly, I'm still happy with the build. If I have to give it a score, because the manual, sometimes some things are hard to see, I'm going to have to ding it down to a 9.7. Okay, so far no stickers. The only thing I had whacked off was this, and maybe a few other, maybe a couple little small parts, but probably because I was reaching over things. But honestly though, get a turntable if you're building this stuff. Not one, you know, a little more robust, but that's pretty much what it is. I'm pleased with the build so far. What am I going to do now? We got bags 12 through 22. We're going to have to focus on. And the next installment, which will be probably later on tonight, if I'm still awake, I'm going to probably do bags. Do the next 3 bags. So hopefully I can get this reviewed probably by, I'm hoping by Friday night, because today is Wednesday night, Thursday night. By Friday, yeah, by Friday night I'll have this thing reviewed. And that means the fun can begin. But right now, we still got to focus on this. It's not a bad build. It's just lots of small pieces. And yeah, this is meant for 18 years of age and up. There's just, I mean, I'm sure a young kid could put this together. You got to go very slow. Even I've been making mistakes if you've seen through the video. At least I'm not scripting these. You get to see everything. And we still got that hole here. There's got to be something that fits in there. Well, we'll find out eventually.